Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. What about it? NFL Week 1 Sunday. How is it treating you so far? So good to see everybody in the chat. We got a great game tonight with the Ravens on the road against the Buffalo Bills. One hell of a game. Two teams itching to get a Super Bowl win, man. It's so good to see everybody. Country Kane, what up, crew? What up, man? It's good to see you, buddy. All right, we'll get to it in the chat. Everybody, just keep dropping everything you got, man. Let's talk about it real quick. What we saw today, the 49ers just beat the Seahawks. My goodness, they win 17-13. Seahawks had the ball inside the 10 and ended up a fumble. That was a tough win, right? That was a much earned one, a tough one for the Seahawks there. The Bucks beat the Falcons. My goodness, they win 23-20. What a game that was. Love divisional games, man. J Money said Bosa is a beast. Hell yeah, he is. Hell yeah, he is. Dude. Pat, sorry, AB, just venting. Big dog, you good, man. Let it out. I feel you. Jesse said my Niners pulled it out, but they deserve to lose. Like, I mean, that's what you're gonna get in these games, man. Divisional teams, right? It played out. We've seen those games between those two teams before, man. So, yeah, Bengals beat the Browns 17-16, so the Browns cover. Jags beat the Panthers 26-10. Commanders, Matty boy, there you go, get the win 21-6 over the Giants. Steelers 34-32 win over the Jets. Man, that game turned out to be a lot better than people thought, right? Raiders on the road beat the Patriots 20-13. Shout out to all the Raiders fans out there. Colts dominate the Dolphins 33-8. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. Rams up on the Texans 14-9. Packers up on the Lions 27-6. We got problems in Detroit. We're going to talk about that. And then the Broncos are up on the Titans 20-12 in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left. So what do we have for tonight? Like we said, we got the Ravens and the Bills. It's going to be one heck of a football game, man. Frank said Daniel Jones did what? I know, man. Colts surprised me too. Jumped all over it. Now, before we jump into tonight's game, all right, let's take a look at how we're doing so far. All right, so Drake May, interception, got it. 49ers money line, Broncos money line. All right, so the 49ers won. We just need the Broncos to finish off the Titans. Don't care about the spread. Just need the win. Get that one. Bryce Young got the pick. Tua got the pick. CJ Stroud got the pick. Lions team total, we talked about that. Got problems. Daniel Jones didn't get a pick. He played well today. And Dolphins, obviously, got whooped by the Colts. Cardinals won. But, yeah, sitting 4-3. All we need is the Broncos finish up the Titans. Sitting 5-3 going into it, baby. We will take that, especially a lot of all plus monies except Bryce Young. So there we go. No fly zone is in full effect, baby. Let's go. All right, let's jump into the game, man. See what we got. So we have Ravens at the Bills. Ravens, 1.5-point favorites. Bills at home, plus 105 underdog. Total 50.5. I've seen some 51s out there, but we'll roll 50.5 just for this show here. So that is what you have. Let's set it up and let's jump right into it. Not waste any time as we always do because we never hide it. Let's get right to the picks first. All right, so here we go. All right, first off, I'm going to take both quarterbacks to throw a pick. We'll go through the no-fly zone. Don't worry. You are going to have this entire offense broken down to you on both sides. And, yeah, we're in for a treat tonight. But I'm going to take both quarterbacks to throw a pick. All right, you can see it. Both of them priced exactly the same, plus 105. So Lamar throw a pick, Josh Allen to throw a pick. All right, next play. You see it in yellow. And let me pull the screen up full. Derrick Henry over 1.5 receptions at plus 165. Ravens running back Derrick Henry. Look, I put it in yellow because be careful with this one. But if you're looking for something that you could take a shot at, maybe see a little plus 165, this is what I'm going with. Let me know if you've got anything, that you see out there, kind of same style. So what I'm saying is that this is a risky play. If you are betting this game, not looking for risk, like you're just looking, hey, just give me some winners, bro, and we good, right? Then you might want to stay away. But if you're somebody who wants to take a shot, yeah, let it rip. So, again, Derrick Henry over 1.5 receptions. So we need him to catch 2 passes, plus 165. Okay, next, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Both of them over 19.5 completions. Lamar is at minus 110. Josh Allen, minus 115. Okay? You're going to notice a trend, and you're seeing it in my picks, and you're going to notice it in this breakdown and when you watch the game. These teams offensively are almost exactly the same. Literally. I know it doesn't seem like it, but they are. And their offense and their passing attack is almost exactly the same. So you are going to see a lot of props. Did the Rams just went on a fumble? Wow. Stafford gets it done. You're going to see props, quarterback-wise, that mirror each other. And I'm going to show you why. Because these two quarterbacks are going to be doing very identical things. So we're going to take both of them to throw an interception, and we're going to take both of them over 19.5 completions. Finally, Josh Allen, we've had this all week. We're going to take Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, minus 120. Now, this means he has to run it in, okay? This is not a passing touchdown or catch a pass, right? But it's not a throwing touchdown. He has to score it, right? So, got Allen minus 120. Okay, now you see a line and you see another play. So this is at BetMGM. I don't think every book has it, but it's in special teams props, game props. Punt down inside the 5-yard line. Who wants to play tonight? Who wants to get down? Plus 200. If you've never played this bet before, it's fun. Essentially, it's both teams. Do you get a punt down inside the 5? Now, again, I say it as it's plus 200 for a reason. Okay. So again, this and the Derrick Henry play, this is taking a shot. So if that's not what you're trying to do, I mean, you can let it ride, but just know going in, like what kind of play that it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to roll with it because I think we could see some punts tonight. I think we see some points. I think we can see some tries. Like this game's going to feature a lot of things. It's going to be something. So, all right, these are our plays for tonight. We'll jump back to it. Don't worry. Okay. What do we want to hit next? Let's prop it up. So if you could do me a favor, hit the like button. It would be massive right now. I won't ask you for a thing else, but that I could absolutely use your help. So if you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. If you could do that for me right now, that would be huge. I appreciate it. And I won't bug you again. All right, let's jump into it. So Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Here are his stats according to DraftKings. Passing yards, 235.5 over-under for Lamar Jackson, 230.5 over-under for Josh Allen. All right. Pass attempts, 28.5 Lamar, 31.5 for Josh Allen. Completions, we talked about it, 19.5. Longest completion, 35.5 for Lamar, 37.5 for Josh Allen. Both pretty standard fare. And an interception, again, plus 105, plus 105. So what do I see out of this first? So these two teams offensively, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they won't throw deep or take shots because we know that they will. But understand that these two offenses, and it was this way last year, probably going to be this way this year. These are two offenses that throw 7 yards and in. Remember, the Bills didn't throw deep much at all last year. Lamar did a little bit more. But even still, these two offenses are actually fairly conservative. Passing game, absolutely conservative. Okay, so the books are telling you they think there's going to be pretty equal amount time of possession. Again, attempts, 3 more Josh Allen wise. But remember, both of these quarterbacks can run and do, especially in the red zone. These two teams are built very similar, man. I'm just telling you, we'll talk more about it. But these are the quarterback numbers there. Okay, rushing. Now, remember, you've got quarterbacks that can run the ball and absolutely will. But you got 2 stud running backs as well. And they're definitely going to get fed because they got paid. All right, Derrick Henry, 82.5 rushing yards over under. James Cook, 56.5. Rushing attempts, 17.5 for Derrick Henry over under, 13.5 for James Cook. Longest rush, 18.5 yards for Derrick Henry, 13.5 for James Cook. Anytime TD, Derrick Henry, minus 150. James Cook, plus 100. 2 touchdowns, Derrick Henry, plus 350. James Cook, plus 550. Like, for real. What the books are telling you, Derrick Henry is going to get a lot of opportunities tonight. I mean, it's Derrick Henry, man. You've seen his games. You know what he's about. Now, one thing to remember, Derrick Henry does not play on third down very much at all. He didn't do it when he was with Tennessee. He didn't do it too terribly much with Baltimore because pass protection is not necessarily his strongest suit. All right, so you need to get these on first and second down. But Baltimore Ravens, they stay in first and second down a lot. They don't get in a lot of third downs. They're very, very efficient offense. Very efficient. So when you look at Derrick Henry, right, 1 touchdown, man, you're going to have to parlay with something just to be able to play it right. 2 touchdowns, plus 350. Again, not the biggest payout for needing 2 of them. But with Derrick, I mean, always liable. You see James Cook, pretty good numbers here as well, right? Like the books are giving him respect. Plus 100 anytime TD, plus 550 for 2 touchdowns. I mean, you'll see wide receivers. It's like plus 1,800 on some of them, right? So the books are telling you that both of these teams in the red zone are absolutely going to run the football. You're going to have your opportunities. Touchdowns wise, I'm not saying don't play wide receivers, tight ends. Like these two teams have studs everywhere at every position. But I'm just telling you, if you want to know what the books are saying that, it might not be the biggest yardage game ever, but look at the attempts, pretty decent numbers. All right. Those pretty decent numbers with 2 quarterbacks that have numbers at like 10 of their own. You know what I'm saying? So, remember when you're playing rushing attempts that they're not only splitting with other running backs, they're splitting with their quarterbacks too. So just always remember that with these 2 teams. Now we talk about rushing yards. Here's what you got, man. Over-unders. Derrick Henry, 82.5. Talked about it. James Cook, 56.5. Lamar Jackson, 47.5. Over-under. Josh Allen, 33.5. Pretty attainable number right there. But I know that the Bills are trying to limit Josh Allen running the football. They're not going to stop it because it's so effective, especially in the red zone. However, both of these teams, they kind of want to take a little bit of that out because it's just so risky, right? But again, you've got 2 excellent defenses, especially defenses that can bring heat. So both of these quarterbacks are going to get flushed, and they are going to take off and run at times. So Josh Allen, 33.5. Ray Davis, 17.5. Justice Hill, 8.5. He's going to get some carries, man. I'm just telling you. Now, rushing attempts, Derrick Henry, 17.5. Cook, 13.5. We just talked about it. Lamar Jackson, 8.5. Josh Allen, 7.5. So some books aren't even going to give you Justice Hill or any of those others, right? They're just going to give you those 4. But Josh Allen, 7.5. Lamar Jackson, 8.5. So factor that in, right? Like when you're looking, at playing rushing props, and remember it with these teams and some of the others as well, that you're going to get feasted a little bit, and especially in the red zone, you can get feasted by these quarterbacks, especially early in this game, man. Like you saw what the Eagles did. It's safe when you run with the quarterback, right? Like points are going to be at a premium. So yeah. Again, I'm not saying don't play James. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't play Derrick Henry. He's minus 150. But yeah, just be careful. Patrick, Matthew, I almost called you Patrick Mahomes. Allen and Jackson to both get 25 plus rushing yards boosted to plus 150 on DraftKings. That's a good play, man. I like that a lot. That's an absolute good play. What's the score, man? Like, let me check that. Broncos up 20 to 10. Broncos probably going to close this thing out. All right. That's good for the parlay, though. So, all right. So, those are your rushing props right there. Let's jump straight into it. Wide receivers. All right. Zay Flowers, Ravens side. Khalil Shakir on the Bills side. Zay Flowers, 58.5 receiving yards over under. Khalil Shakir, 47.5. All right. Receptions, 4.5 and 4.5. Longest reception, 23.5. Zay Flowers. For Khalil Shakir, 20.5. Anytime touchdown. You see what I'm saying? Look at the respect that the running backs are getting. Look at this. Plus 180, plus 240. 2 touchdowns, plus 1,200, plus 1,800. All right. So when you go back and look, plus 350, plus 550, you see what I'm saying? The books are giving big respect to the running game down there in the red zone. So pretty close. You know, what I take away from this from a betting perspective is look at the receiving yards. Look at the receptions. These are the quote unquote, leaders, right? Your wide receiver ones on both sides. And yeah, low amount of, Lad McConkey was what, 5.5, 6.5 the other night. So what you're looking at, you see the receiving yards, not big, but these teams are going to throw. But you saw where I went. I went completions. I think receptions are going to be big in this game too. I am definitely on receptions more than receiving yards. Again, I'm not saying I'm negative on receiving yards. These two teams are very micro yardage passing game friendly teams. All right. They throw it. I'm telling you, 7 yards and in, man, it's a lot of very short passes because they're safe. They'll take shots deep, but they don't do it a lot. So you saw I'm playing completions. Receptions, I think, are right in that category again. But you're going to find guys where you could steal yardage, man. Khalil Shakir at 47.5. That could look stupid by the second quarter. You know what I mean? But it's an opener. And, yeah, Japan right there. Khalil hasn't hit his yards in an opener in all 3 seasons. Yeah. So there you go. All right, now looking at more receiving yards here. Going through the list. I know it's a little tough to see. I apologize. I just wanted to get it all up there. Zay Flowers, Khalil, we just talked about that. Mark Andrews, man, what about the way his season ended last year? Brutal, man. He might want to get some revenge tonight. Rashad Bateman, 38.5. Keon Coleman, 36.5. Dalton Kincaid, 33.5. Joshua Palmer, Tennessee boy right there, 27.5. Justice Hill, 18.5. DeAndre Hopkins. All right, look at him, man. Forgot he's on there, right? 16.5. James Cook, 12.5. Dawson Knox, 10.5. Derrick Henry, 4.5. All right. Now, reception, same deal, man. Mark Andrews, 4.5. Dalton Kincaid, 3.5. Rashad Bateman, 2.5. These are pretty low numbers, but there are a lot of mouths to feed. Keon Coleman, 2.5. That could be a steal. Justice Hill, 2.5. Joshua Palmer, 2.5. James Cook, 1.5. DeAndre Hopkins, 1.5. Derrick Henry, 1.5. So you've got a lot of options here, man, on a lot of pretty big name dudes and some pretty attainable numbers. All right. My man Kevin said, "Big man, I'm down with a torn retina. Brutal. Still watching Hitting the Detail Bets." Hey, brother. First off, good to see you. Second, man, I'm so sorry to hear that, brother. I don't even know. What do you just lay down and rest? Like, I'm not a doctor, but dude, that sounds tough, man. Big Kevin, hang in there, buddy. If you need anything, let us know, please. All right. Parlays. Let's jump right into it. Okay. Tell me if any of these parlays sound good to you. Titans 4th down stop. Tizzle. There we go, baby. Here we go. First one, we're going to go bottom left, top, bottom. Okay. So for the Ravens side, 3-leg parlay here. Ravens money line. Derrick Henry, 2 or more touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 150 plus passing yards. That is at plus 500. Okay, go up top next. Ravens money line. Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown. Lamar Jackson, anytime touchdown, plus 625. All right. I know that these aren't exciting. That's the point. All right. We're trying to find parlays that we can smash on both sides. All right. Finally, at the bottom here, plus 1,000. Ravens cover the spread, minus 1.5. All right. And let's play a game. Both quarterbacks score a touchdown. Ravens cover the spread, 1.5. Josh Allen, anytime TD. Lamar Jackson, anytime TD. Plus 1,000. So drop it in the chat. Let me know. Are there any of these that you like? My boy Dig Big Bet said Bill's going to win. Well, I'll tell you what, my boy. Let's flip it over here. Bills parlays. All right, bottom left, plus 268. Bills. Alternate spread. Jump it from plus 1.5 to plus 3.5. Get yourself the hook with the field goal cover. Josh Allen, anytime TD. Josh Allen, 200 plus passing yards, plus 268. All right, jump to the top. Bills, plus 1.5 spread. Josh Allen, anytime TD. James Cook, anytime TD, plus 495. All right, and at the bottom, finally, plus 1,100. Same deal. We just did in the previous one, except we flip it. Bills money line. Josh Allen, anytime TD. Lamar Jackson, anytime TD. Tizzle said, this is a coin flip money line game. In my opinion, Ravens can easily win this one. Absolutely. It's 1.5 for a reason, right? Like, this game could go in so many different directions. It could be tight, high scoring. It could be tight, low scoring. It could be a blowout, Ravens side. It could be a blowout in the Bills. Like, all of these are on the table. It's just me. AB, what do you think about Andrews over 4.5 receptions at plus 135? I absolutely freaking love it. Because Mark Andrews is the type of dude who all offseason didn't complain. All his teammates knew. But he just went to work. Just went to work. Blue collar mentality. John Harbaugh. Like, it fits all of it. And trust me, if Mark Andrews is the dude who I think that he is, if he's an absolute alpha, like, I'd be sitting there saying, feed me the damn ball all night. And I think that he's been doing that. And John Harbaugh will absolutely feed that. So, yeah, it's just like, I completely agree. Now, who wins the game? Pfft, dude, you guys tell me. You know what I mean? It's going to be a hell of a game. But we're going to break down these offenses because I'm telling you, this game is going to come down to, let me just say this. This game will come down to both of these quarterbacks, okay, and how they operate the exact same offense. The exact same offense. And I'm going to show it to you because Calvin Ridley, massive drop. Titans fall short. Yeah. We got the parlay. There we go. 49ers Broncos. So 5-3. Man, we'll take that. My boy, Big Randall. I'm going Rashad Bateman plus 1,700. Mark Andrews at plus 1,300 was my first thought. Good call. I like both of them. Yeah. Man, these bots coming in big, boy. Big Jeff said, I'm for Derrick Henry. Biased. Derrick Henry, good guy. Love Derrick Henry. Whoever has the ball last wins, right? I mean, for real. Like, it's definitely that kind of game. Tis the last place Kansas City Chiefs. Good point. Christian AB. Big Christian, what's up, man? Going with Keon Coleman? Man, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. You know what else I feel? The damn no-fly zone. Let's go. All right, let's break down these offenses. If you are brand new, this is called the no-fly zone. And what we do is try to find interception props. Now, you can use this information for the whole offense because, trust me, I'm going to give you a breakdown of exactly what you're going to see in this game. All right? So let's begin for Lamar Jackson. On the left, you're going to see the Bills secondary rankings from 2024. All right. They were ranked 20th in the NFL, short left. So think of it. You see the screen right there. See the blue line of scrimmage, right? Just think short left, short mid, short right. Go from left to right. Then deep left, deep mid, deep right, left to right. Okay. So the Bills, they ranked out of the entire NFL last season 20th short left, 23rd short mid, 30th short right, 18th deep left, 23rd deep mid, 10th deep right. What does that tell you? The Bills secondary is a bend but don't break. They are going to give you space. All right. But eventually they're going to shut it down and say, all right, that's enough. And the Ravens do a lot of the exact same thing. Okay. So take a look at Lamar Jackson here. This is versus the Bills last year. Okay. In the playoffs. All right. Look at, you see the line of scrimmage, the blue line going from left to right horizontal. All right. See that plus 10? That's the 10-yard line. Plus 20, 20-yard line, 30, 30-yard line, etc. Okay. Efren, AB, good to see you. All right. So look at the 10-yard line and in. I'm telling you, the Ravens offense is very safe and protected across the middle. All right. To where Lamar is using the receiver or tight end's body to put it in there while the cornerback or linebacker is behind him. It's very safe. It's very quick. You get the ball out and you get your guys in space and let them go. All right. So you see the green dots, those are completions. White dots, incompletions. Red dots, interceptions. Blue dots, touchdowns. So you see the touchdowns. Both of them were deep. Why? Because the Ravens don't go deep often. So when they do, they catch you off guard. Lamar Jackson can carve your ass up doing that. Don't let anyone tell you that this dude's not a QB. Don't let anyone say it because they're dumb. He will carve you up doing it. And Lamar Jackson quietly has gotten so much more accurate the last 2 years. And it's not like he wasn't before, but they built this offense to his strengths and they utilize it. So this is the offense that you're going to see from the Ravens tonight. It is a lot of running the football and a lot of 5-yard passes. You're going to see a ton of it tonight. It's safe. They don't turn the ball over much, and then they'll take shots when they have it. And Lamar Jackson is smart. He can read your defense. All right. Now, Lamar Jackson is a passer. Okay. See these quadrants. They're broken down green, yellow, and red. Green, it means that you are better than the league average. Yellow, you are the league average. Red, below the league average. See the reds on here? See all of them? None. Lamar Jackson is absolutely deadly with this offense now. What they have built the last 2 years, it's absolutely lethal. Look how accurate he is all over the field. Now, where he gets into trouble, and I'll pull this full screen, short middle and short left, because that is where the dump passes come. That is where the defense gets pressure on Lamar. And we see it from him. We see it from Josh Allen. We see it from Patrick Mahomes. These dynamic quarterbacks can absolutely make plays that are astounding, but they can also turn the ball over doing it. And that's where Lamar Jackson gets into trouble. Deep, look at it, dude. 108, 107, 133. He'll carve you up. Look at the middle. 149. Throwing across the middle. 149 QB ranking. Like, he'll eat you up, but he will make mistakes short. So if Lamar's going to throw a pick, that's where it's going to be. All right, game scripts for the Ravens. What you're going to see. Excuse me. 7 yards and in passing game, what we just talked about. You're going to see a ton of passes. So does it make sense why I'm playing completions, right? The Ravens don't throw it deep very often. They just don't. It's a lot of short passes, a lot of short passes, a lot of short passes. Keep feeding Derrick Henry. We've all seen old Derrick Henry, the old man. They think he's done. I'm just telling you, he's not. Ball ain't heavy. Keep feeding it to him. They know how to do it. Might not be there in the first quarter. Might not be there in the second quarter. Might not be there in the third quarter. At fourth quarter, he'll wear you down. So will Lamar. Keep going to it. Offensive holding. Ravens were one of the worst teams in the NFL last year at offensive holding. Absolutely have to keep that limited. This Bills defense can play. It's too good. And what we were talking about, right? You go back to their rankings here on the left, it's a bend but don't break. And if you start getting behind 1st and 10, 1st and 20, or 1st and 20, right? 1st and 15, oh, buddy, it's brutal, man. So keep the penalties down. And Lamar punished the blitz. You know how Lamar gets down? Same thing for Josh Allen. When you flush him, make him pay. All right? The way that you handle the blitz, you throw right at the blitz. You're going to see a lot of those short passes, a lot of them. All right? They can also run too. Lamar is deadly. If you take that shot and he reads it, you could get cooked. 3.5 stars for Lamar to throw a pick. We're betting on it because I think it's going to be that type of a game. Switch it over. Josh Allen. So you see the Ravens secondary rankings right here. Okay, just like we're hitting bots while giving this film breakdown, Josh Allen is going to have to watch his defense, all right, not only in the air, but coming after him as well. The Ravens, they were ranked last year, short left, 14th in the NFL, 15th short mid, 2nd short right, 16th deep left, 29 deep mid, and 8 deep right. Take a look at Josh Allen versus the Chiefs in the playoffs last year. Do you notice something? Okay. Look at the green dots. Look at all the dots. 10 yards and in. I'm telling you, it's the same offense. Where did his touchdowns come from? 2 of them deep. Take a look at this. Is that in your head? Now, look, Lamar, it's the same deal. They're going to hit you. Short, 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 short. Why? It's safe. All right? So we saw it. Now, the difference is that take a look at Lamar here, okay? He's going to do it across the middle a lot, and it can get trouble. That's where his interceptions come to because it's just too many bodies, and he makes a mistake, which any quarterback can. That's why you don't make mistakes across the middle. So Lamar has risk there. But take a look at the Bills, okay? They work the outsides more. It's even more safe. You're going to see a lot of boundary passes. What do I mean by that? Using the line, or not the line of scrimmage, using out of bounds, basically, to where Josh Allen throws it over the shoulder, and it's either going to be incomplete out of bounds or a catch over the shoulder, but it ain't going to be a pick. They do that a lot. But, again, they do utilize the middle of the field. But understand, you see why I went with completions. These are a lot of short passes. Remember the days of the Bills 2 years ago? They used to throw deep a ton. They don't do that anymore, man. Like, they'll hit a couple, and they'll take their shots. But these are the offenses that both of these teams utilize, and they're all so very similar because these quarterbacks are so lethal with their feet that they don't have to go deep and take big risks. They've got talented guys that can go 7 yards, turn it, run a hitch, boom, got it right there, and go. They could do it all day, and they're going to do it all day on both of these very good defenses. So what this game is going to come down to, like I said, it's going to come down to both quarterbacks and how efficient and how mistake-free can they stay. That's the name of the game, a ton of short passes. Game script, what we're going to see here. All right, you take a look at Josh Allen. This is from 2024, the entire season. Look, you see what I'm talking about? You see why that offense, why they started doing what the Ravens did? Look at it. Short yardage, Josh Allen, green. He's lethal. He'll tear you apart. But look at deep middle. 0. Bro, they don't throw deep, and they don't do it for a reason. Josh Allen is a cannon, but it's just risky, especially up there when you have wind. It's just risky. So they decided the same thing that the Ravens did. They said, screw this. We're going 7 yards and in, and we'll take shots when we see it. And that's what they did. And it absolutely worked last year. Same thing with the Ravens. Both of these teams, very smart in how they revamp their offenses at the same time. So you're going to see very short, compact offenses. However, here's the deal. Both these defenses know it, right? Like, you got a lot of defensive minds over on these coaching staffs. So that's the name of the game. All right, defensive ends, all right, cornerbacks, safeties, fanning out into the flats, the sides of the fields. It's going to play out a lot. So running backs, let me just tell you this. With these offenses, running back receptions are super in play tonight. Super in play tonight. Tight end receptions are super in play tonight. I'm not saying don't play yardage. You do you. But what I am saying is that you're going to see a quantity instead of a quality. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they're not. It's going to be. They're both quality. That analogy was terrible, but they're just not going to put themselves in risky spots. Okay, so just pay attention to that. Now, it's also going to come down to who can run the football, because you're going to have to keep these defenses honest. And if they try to cheat up on you, that's when you go deep and make them pay. You're going to see it lining up. Like, you guys all know ball, right? Like, everything I'm saying, I mean, you know it, right? So if you're a live bettor, you're going to see this starting to pop off. Like, you're going to see the defense creeping up. Like, you're going to feel it. But just know that these offenses, again, are 7 yards and in, man. That's what you're going to get. All right, so the game scripts for the Bills. Okay, 7 yards and in pass game. Exactly the same. That's what you're going to get. Efficient Josh Allen run game. They do not want to get Josh Allen hurt, but this offense is built with Josh Allen's legs. It's the same thing with the Ravens. They don't want to get Lamar hurt. They don't want to run him 30 times. But you have to run him because they're so good at it. And what we just talked about, that's the ultimate equalizer, because you got 11, I got 11. Right? But if my quarterback is athletic and is now in play too as a weapon, you got one less. So you're going to see it, but they're going to be smart. They're not just going to run Josh Allen to get blasted 37 times. So red zone, pay attention to it. Second downs, pay attention to it. You'll see. Dynamic James Cook. The Bills need a run game tonight more than just Josh Allen. And James Cook has delivered on this. He's a stud player. In the air, on the ground, James Cook is going to get a lot. If he's upright and healthy for this game, he's going to get opportunities to eat a lot. And be safe in the red zone. That's where Josh Allen gets into trouble. When he's throwing picks, right, it's usually the red zone. It used to be deep. Look, it used to be deep. And if he uncorks one that's not necessarily intelligent, it's probably going to get picked. But they just don't throw deep anymore. They just said, screw it. We just eliminate it. And it's smart. They got better. So be safe in the red zone. You're going to see Josh Allen use his legs down there. I assure you on that. 3.5 stars for Josh Allen to throw a pick. We're on it as well. Both of these guys. Take a breath. All right. I hope you enjoyed the No Fly Zone. All right. Let me bring up the picks one more time for anybody who may have came in late. And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this show helps. Appreciate you all so much. Tone Logue says, AB, do you like field goals here? Absolutely, I do. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a divisional game, but it might as well be. Like, it's that style. Yeah. These coaches are smart. They take, like, they used to always go, on fourth downs, and sometimes they will, but they take their points. Yeah, I like field goals here. Whether you play it either kicker 1.5, or you can play the game 3.5, right? I don't mind either way there, but I like the way you're thinking. Okay. Lamar Jackson to throw a pick, plus 105. Josh Allen to throw a pick, plus 105. Derrick Henry, over 1.5 receptions, plus 165. Now, understand that play. It's a risky play. If you want to take a risk, come join us. Let's have some fun. If that's not you, totally get it. Lamar Jackson, over 19.5 completions, minus 110. Josh Allen, over 19.5 completions, minus 115. Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, minus 120. And then another one where I wanted to just kind of designate it by itself. Punt down inside the 5-yard line at plus 200. I got this at BetMGM. I know it's not at every single book. It's not, I don't think it's a DraftKings. But essentially this is for both teams. All right. Will there be a punt down inside the 5-yard line? These are fun to play. Love to have a good time with them when we get the chance. So going to play that. But again, it's one of those, it's a risky play. So if that's not what you're looking for, then just, move along. All right. So those are the plays. All right, let me pull up the poll here. Give me 1 second. Blame our producer. I mean, what can you expect out of him? All right. So your options were Lamar Jackson plus 1,200, Zay Flowers plus 1,200, Khalil Shakir plus 1,500, and Keon Coleman plus 1,500. Your winners, or your winner, Lamar Jackson plus 1,200 at 50%. Second was Khalil Shakir at plus 1,500 at 24%. But again, your winner, 50% of the votes going to Lamar Jackson. And if you're new here, what we do, all right, we try to project who's going to score the first touchdown, but it has to be at plus 1,000 or more. Okay, Tizzle, you are our crew member for tonight, and you're going with Zay Flowers. So you represent the crew with Zay Flowers, okay? The crew play in the poll of what we just read was Lamar Jackson plus 1,200. Who do I have? Lamar Jackson plus 1,200. So we're all on Lamar. We're all on Zay plus 1,300 with you, Tizzle. Man, let's absolutely get it. Okay. There we go. All right. Everybody, give you some time to jump out of here. Get all of your picks in. Oh, Spencer, dude. Did Spitz get in? There we go. Dude, Kenyon, what's up, man? It has been a while. Good to see you, man. Yeah. There we go. Spitz, there it is. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so, all right, Spencer, I'm glad that you said that. I've got you down. I got it in my head. We're good. Doing the Kramer on Seinfeld. All right. Yeah. All right, Spence, got you in. You are first on the board. All right. So, Spence, you get to go again. So, who do you have tonight? No Tina in the chat is frightening. Touchdown, Tina. Big Patrick said he's on Mark Andrews plus 1,300. Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah. Spencer, drop who you've got. Sorry, apologies. I'm glad that you said that. I need to get on that. Okay, perfect. All right, so Tizzle, you've got Flowers. Spencer, Rashad Bateman. All right, beautiful. All right, so Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, and Lamar Jackson. Boom. And I think Adam said it best. Good luck all. Man, good luck all indeed. Zach Phelps, my boy, he's on. Dude, Dalton Kincaid. I like old Kincaid. All right, there we go. Beautiful. All right, we'll get out of here. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. I cannot thank you enough. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, normal time, getting you ready for Monday Night Football and everything baseball-wise. And I'll tell you this, too. All right, so today we didn't have any baseball, and I know that there were some folks that wanted some baseball. So don't worry, I won't do that again. We'll always include baseball. Get it? So don't worry about that. That was on me. I didn't even really think about it, but yeah, effort, man, dude. It's so good to have you back, dude. So good to have you back, man. Matt Casham, absolutely. Baseball, Moshe, you're right. All right, so we'll have that tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, thank you so much. WNBA 2, yep. Best of luck. Let's cash these tickets together. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? No!